This episode is going to be about rods, eh? Oh, hey you, this is me, A.D. Ross with Navi Outdoors. Now, if you're wondering where we're going next with this episode, it's going to be purchasing our first rod. Now, this is an important episode because the last two episodes, we introduced ourselves. Hey, how are you? Navi, nice to meet you. Glad to have you here. And the episode after that, we spoke about some literature, doing a little bit of research and reading before we actually got into fishing. Well, now we've reached the point where we need to buy our first rod, and here we are. So I'm going to talk about buying your first rod. So first of all, don't get too hyped up about buying the latest and greatest gear out there, because you know what? We're just getting started. We want something to get our feet wet, and it doesn't have to be nothing too crazy. Now, what I did when I was first getting started was I ran myself down to Walmart. Yep, I went to Walmart because they have a wide selection of rods down at Walmart, and you will find that out yourself when you go down there. But I went down there and I found me one that I felt was pretty accurate for what I was looking for. Just a beginner rod, something nice and light. It had to be around a 7-foot rod, which is right there in the middle between, you know, the 6'8", 6'10", to 7'2", and 7'4". It's really important to get one right in the middle because you're going to use it for multiple applications, I'm assuming. I mean, we are beginners here, so this is important that we choose a happy medium. So I went with a 7-foot Ugly Stik, and it's a pretty popular brand, and it's very reliable. So this was a great brand for me. This was a great rod. It has been a great rod for me thus far. I still use it today, believe that or not. Now, what you'll notice, besides these branding markings on these rods, are some dimensions on it. Let's see if you can see that right there. Yep, it's pretty close. You got like a barcode right there. It's going to show you medium right there. And then you're going to go down to the line weight, which will be 8 to 20 pound test. And then you got, what is it, a 1/4 and a 5/8 ounce lure. If you can read that, I'm not sure if it's backwards or not. I apologize if it is. I'm getting used to this video thing myself, so I'm a Navi all the way, buddy. With a spinning rod, and I do recommend a spinning rod. I do apologize if I didn't say that first. Spinning rod is the best for us Navi anglers because it's not too complicated and it's not too easy. You probably remember those spin casting rods with the button on it, probably when you was little, if you got into that. If not, that's okay. We're going to start straight up with a spinning rod. So I like this one because it has this cork handle, which is very comfortable for a long day's worth of fishing and practice, which you're going to need to do if you're getting into this sport. Other than that, if you notice these eyelets on top, this is a very large eyelet, and it's actually going to seat on the bottom. So that's very important. You recognize that with a spinning rod, is that it doesn't have that little trigger finger right here. Please do not get a bait casting rod and put a spinning reel on it. That'll be a big mistake because it won't be right. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and believe me, don't make that mistake. So get you one of these that's flush all the way through, and this is where our reel is going to seat. That's going to be the next video, so if you stick around, we're going to talk more about that. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment in the comment section. And if you found any of this information helpful, I would appreciate you also chime in and let me know your thoughts and input. And if you will, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can follow when we introduce the reel selection in our next video. It's been a pleasure having you. I'm AD with Navi Outdoors, and we'll keep it basic, guys. This is Navi Nation, and you got to remember, in the beginning, we all had to start somewhere. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.